See, that type of behavior is like a fish. Like, oh, I'm gonna throw my bait out there, and once I catch you on the first thing, I'm gonna let you go, but then I'm gonna throw my bait out there and I'm gonna catch you again to kind of keep you on the line to make you think that the relationship is progressing somewhere when it really isn't.
Dedication, reservation, take a look inside your salvation. Do every good work, it takes patience, like a butterfly.
What is up, guys? Sophie here, back with another video. If you are new to my channel, then don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to check the description box because I always put a lot of stuff in there, specifically my book for single women, which you may want to check out because we are talking about a single women's topic. Don't forget to like this video and don't forget to share this video if you can. Now, what we're gonna be talking about is how to tell if a guy is really into you, and it really comes down to, I think it's these 4 things. You don't have to be confused if a guy is playing you. You don't have to be confused about what his intentions are. You don't have to be confused about anything, because if a guy is really interested in you or if he really likes you, it just comes down to these things, and it's not even about making him jump through hoops or making him go through tests or anything like that. It's just very apparent in his behavior. So the first is that he actually wants to talk to you. I know. You would be surprised, and I know maybe this depends on age. As you guys know, I'm mid-30s, but I still feel like, because I was talking to some younger 20-year-old women, and then she was talking about that the guys that she was dating, they only text her. And that, oh, he likes me, but he doesn't. And then when she found out that he didn't, then you're like shocked. Because a guy who really likes you is actually going to want to talk to you. He's going to want to have a conversation with you. And the reason why is because he's going to want to get to know if you fit into his future for the long term. And I don't care how advanced or how fast you can text. Texting someone is simply not a proficient way to get to fully know somebody. You can text, yes, no, you can text a few sentences, but to say that I am going to fully get to know you for the purposes of a relationship, being my girlfriend, being my future wife, is absolutely ridiculous. A guy is going to pick up the phone and he is going to have a conversation with you. And the second one is that he is going to do that fairly consistently. So this is not, oh, I talked to him on Monday and then a month later he talked to me again for an hour and that means he really likes me. No, he's just probably, see, that type of behavior is like a fish. Like, oh, I'm gonna throw my bait out there, and once I catch you on the first thing, I'm gonna let you go, but then I'm gonna throw my bait out there and I'm gonna catch you again to kind of keep you on the line to make you think that the relationship is progressing somewhere when it really isn't. Because you have to think, if you are looking for somebody for the purposes of marriage, you're gonna be living together, y'all gonna be together all day, every day. So why would somebody intentionally just call you once every other month or once a month or once every few weeks just to have a conversation with you if they really had intentions to make you their wife? They're not. And so you have to pay attention to consistency. And this depends on, you know, if you just met the person, that's probably not going to be every day. But I do feel like some communication, the more that they get serious about you, it's probably going to be closer to every day. Whether it is, oh, I'm calling you on Monday and then on Tuesday I'm texting you just to see how your day was, and then on Thursday we having another conversation, then that's the type of consistency that you want to look for over a long period of time. Don't just let him do it for a week and be like, girl, he in love with me. No, because that's just a week. He just, you know, you have to determine over a period of time if this is what he is doing, so that you, or if he's consistently trying to communicate with you and get to know you, so that you can determine his depth of if he really likes you or not. So the third one is that he spends time with you. And by time with you, I mean productive time in which you are not kissing, touching, and having sex, right? And so, because once again, this kind of goes back to the phone thing that I was talking about. If somebody really has intentions for you and sees you in their life long term, the ideal goal is to get to know you, to see if I can live with this person, if I can have this person permanently in my life. If somebody is refusing to date you, if somebody is like, oh, just come over to my house at 8 o'clock at night and then we can spend the night together and then you can leave in the morning, red flags. All of this is red flags because this is not actually getting to know you. Getting to know you is, hey, we are going out on a date in which I am actually communicating with you. I am going out on vacation. Do you want to come? I am going to my family's house for the holidays. Do you want to meet them? These are valuable times in which you are spending with your significant other that signifies that he is probably more serious about you as opposed to he's just kind of casual. And the last thing that I want to get into is that he is willing to wait for sex. And I know a lot of women tend to get very scared when I say this, right? Is that, oh, men who like you, they're going to disappear if you don't have sex. But they don't. And I'm going to give you an example. And I actually wrote this in my book for single women, is that picture a guy that is interested in you, but you do not like him. Like, you don't like him at all. You have probably told homeboy that you don't like him, or you have just given him every indication that you don't like him. Has he stopped trying to get with you? Probably not, because that is my point. If a man really likes you, it's, the sex is not going to be an issue. And the reason why we know that is because all the guys that you don't freaking like, that you don't give sex, that you don't even kiss, that you won't even let, and that you're probably mean to, that really actually like you, will keep coming back over and over and over and over again. And the fact that you have not given them any does not make a difference to them, because these are the guys, because he actually really likes you. So, and I feel like, and you guys know that I'm celibate, but I always feel like this is kind of the indicator. And I feel like no man who has actually really been into me, celibacy has been an issue. I feel like the men who just kind of wanted some, or who was just kind of casually dating a whole bunch of women, or who, wasn't looking for a long-term relationship, and they were like, when I told them, maybe they might have stuck around a week or so afterwards to see if they can change my mind, but they will fade off in the end if they feel like, okay, wow, she's serious about this no sex thing, and I don't really like her that much to, not have sex, so bye-bye. And this is not a bad thing. Like, a lot of women feel like, well, if he leaves because, I won't have sex with him, then what? But really, the fact that you're not having sex with him, and if he leaves based on that, really does give you an indication as to the real reason why he was there in the first place. For me personally, I'm celibate. Y'all can choose to do whatever it is that y'all want to do. But I would say that if you don't feel like you could be celibate to marriage, I kind of feel like it's a sure thing. If it's marriage, then hey, I really know you're not playing me, right? I know you like me because you put a ring on my finger. But I would at least say wait a substantial amount of time. Like, don't be like, oh, it's been 3 weeks or it's been 30 days or something like that. Because to me, that's not really substantial. And ultimately, this is not about mind games. This is about protecting yourself, because how many women have sex with men, you find out that they were just there for the sex and you thought they really like you, and then they kind of disappear, or they start putting you on the side and they start going after other women, and then all of a sudden your feelings are hurt. So don't necessarily feel like, oh, because you're withdrawing sex that you're being mean to him. No, you're actually protecting yourself and trying to determine the men who really like you versus the men who, don't really. I mean, they might like you as in, I'm attracted to you and I want to have sex with you, but I'm talking about long-term potential type of stuff. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys another day, another time. Bye-bye, y'all. Not ready for the show to end? It doesn't have to. You can head over to my site where you can read hundreds of articles. And also, you can feel free to shop my store where I have all of my products for sale. And last but not least, for even more video content, feel free to visit my YouTube channel where I talk about a wide array of content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, stay blessed.